I'm not being Delulu, this is just facts. I know it, and I've heard it from men saying why they don't approach me. The reason why you are not getting approached is because these men see you as a woman with high value. A lot of men just want to...
Okay, listen up. If you're a pretty girl and you don't get approached often by men, I want you to watch this video. This is something that's super common. Intimidation is a huge thing. But intimidation is the main reason why you won't get approached. That is sometimes a thing that I think pretty girls don't understand. And that's why I make these videos. Because it's not you, it's them.
No matter what the reason is that a man is not approaching you when you're out and about, there is one thing that really helps out all of my clients. And that's being flirty and social with the men that they are interested in.
Before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to John. He said, "This really happened. My ex and I had a nasty separation and divorce between 2002 and 2004. Later in a gathering in 2015, I overheard my youngest saying she wanted one of those cute little instant cameras, so the following Christmas, I got her one. The thrill she got was one of those priceless moments a father relishes the rest of his life. Later, because of her mother slandering me, she absolutely stopped talking with me. I never mistreated her in the slightest. The point is, I feel sorry for her, because if her loving father is so disposable, what will she go through with that twisted point of view with men? I'm truly sorry to hear that. It sounds like you've always had your daughter's best interests at heart, and it's tough when they don't or can't see it. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment, and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. Now back to the video.
Embrace your masculinity.
What to do if you never get approached by men? Hi, my name is Delancey, and I'm a dating and confidence coach helping women of color attract a soulmate love that aligns with their life vision and values. If you find yourself going out and about all the time, but nobody ever comes up to you, this is what you need to think about. Ask yourself the question, why does it make sense that no one ever approaches me? Usually some things that come up for my clients are things like, well, the type of men that I'm even interested aren't in the places that I'm going to. Or the kind of places that they're going to don't really make for people being social and starting conversations with one another. Another thing that comes up is that maybe my client looked busy or like they didn't want to be bothered, or they themselves were a little nervous, a little scared, and that energy was being projected out so that when people looked at them, they're like, oh, they don't look like they want to be bothered. They don't look like they want me to come up to them. Another very obvious answer is maybe they aren't interested. Either they're already in a relationship or you're just not their type. But no matter what the reason is that a man is not approaching you when you're out and about, there is one thing that really helps out all of my clients. And that's being flirty and social with the men that they are interested in. If he didn't approach you, go give him a compliment. Go ask him a question. You don't have to ask for his number or ask him out on a date, but if you just go up and initiate a conversation, just the conversation piece, then it will help break the ice and lend itself to you being able to develop something more from that point on. Worst case scenario, he's not interested and you're in the same place that you were before. Best case scenario, he was so excited that you went up to him and started a conversation that he starts asking you for your number, asks to take you out on a date, and potentially, maybe even he's the one for you. You're forever.
Delencia, let's cut the BS and get straight to the point. Men, they're fed up. They're absolutely done approaching modern women. Think about it. Why would they? The return on investment these days is a joke. So many have been met with cold shoulders, brutal rejections, or even humiliation in front of peers. You want guys to step up and make a move, but the environment out there, it's a minefield. And oh boy, when you say no one approaches you, what you're really dancing around is, why aren't the tall, ripped 6'3" Chads and Tyrones throwing themselves at my feet? We've all seen it. The sincere average Joe tries to strike up a genuine conversation, only to be dismissed without a second glance. Guess he's invisible, huh? Being flirty and social. Seriously? That's the groundbreaking advice for the ages? How about a bit of introspection? Realize that men are putting themselves out there, risking their pride and often their self-worth every single time they approach. And what do they get in return? A coin toss between a polite no thanks and public humiliation. Ladies, if you want change, it starts with you. Recognize the efforts. Understand the courage it takes. Maybe, and only maybe, when the dynamics change and when real communication starts happening, will men look and leap again. But until then, the ball's in your court. Let's see if you play it any better. Speaking of insights on the modern woman's perspective, there's a gem of a comment that's caught my attention. I'm not approaching a man that's not ladylike. Oh, honey, pulling out the ladylike card in 2023? You must be living in a time capsule. You see, today's ladies are posting their every thought on social media, twerking for the gram, and playing the modern dating game harder than most men. To say it's not ladylike to approach a man is a laugh. If anything, it's confident. It's knowing what you want and going after it. But hey, keep waiting for Prince Charming while sitting on your throne of entitlement. Honestly, the audacity to cling to antiquated notions of what's ladylike while probably partaking in behaviors that our grandmothers would faint over. The world's changed, and relationships are a two-way street. Men have been humiliated, ghosted, and led on by ladies who think they deserve the world on a silver platter just for existing. Maybe, just maybe, if you acted more like a genuine lady and not some glorified streetwalker, you wouldn't have to worry about approaching a man or not. They'd be lined up. But then again, the real question is, would any of those men be the Chads or Tyrones you're secretly pining for? In the end, if you want something real, step off your high horse, drop the entitled attitude, and maybe you might find something genuine. And if you still think it's not ladylike to approach a man, maybe reevaluate what being a lady in the modern era really means. Spoiler alert. It's not waiting around for things to happen.
If you're a woman that goes into the gym and you ask yourself, like, why does every man stare at me? Why don't I get approached by these men? Is something wrong with me? I'm gonna tell you the answer. I'm not being Delulu, this is just facts. I know it, and I've heard it from men saying why they don't approach me. The reason why you are not getting approached is because these men see you as a woman with high value. A lot of men just want to have fun, so they go and push themselves on women that they think don't have high value. This is the truth. Like, I'm trying to be kind, but that is the truth. If you are not getting approached in a place where everyone's breaking their necks to stare at you, they know that if they approach you, you will hurt their ego. And they know that you are better than them. Men can sense if a woman is better than them, and that intimidates them. That just makes them scared, like, oh shit, like, no woman can be better than me. And personally, I take this as a compliment if I'm out in public getting a lot of stares.
Oh, here we go. The classic no men ever approach me, so I've concocted a skewed perspective to make myself feel better. This video? It's a masterclass in delusion. She's saying men at the gym stare but don't approach because they think she's too high value? Please. Look, honey, not getting approached at the gym isn't some silent testament to your so-called high value. High value? Is that what we're calling it now? Or is it just a high body count? I swear, modern lingo has me all sorts of confused. Men are at the gym to work out, not get tangled up with someone who thinks she's the prize of the century. Not to burst anyone's egotistical bubble, but hey, maybe some of those guys aren't even single, or maybe they have a different type, or, wild idea here, they're just in the gym to work out. If every guy in the gym is apparently breaking their necks to look at you, but none approach, maybe it's not because you're just so intimidating. Maybe it's because they can smell the arrogance from a mile away and think, nah, I'm good. And the whole bit about guys wanting to just have fun, so they push themselves onto low-value women. Who made this hierarchy? By this logic, any woman who gets attention from a man is low value. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. Crazy how it's super convenient to say men are intimidated when most women don't even have to worry about approaching someone. It's all fun and games until you're on the other side of that approach anxiety. And this gem, men can sense if a woman is better than them. What does that even mean? Better in what? Bench pressing? Cardio? Deluding oneself? If men felt a woman was better than them in the gym, trust me, they'd probably ask for some tips, not cower in fear. Bottom line, if you want to believe that men are so intimidated by you that they won't approach, then sure, keep living in that fantasy. And here's a reality check. Ladies, the mental gymnastics y'all go through just to avoid a smidgen of self-reflection is honestly impressive, because God forbid it's you, right? Let's be real. Most men aren't walking around thinking, oh, that woman's better than me, better not approach. What sort of warped fairy tale is that? The guys you claim aren't up to your standards that approach? It's called confidence. When a man's got it, believe me, he's pulling the trigger and shooting his shot. This idea that he's steering clear because he thinks you're somehow above him, that's pure fiction. Reality's calling, and it's asking you to answer the phone.
Okay, listen up. If you're a pretty girl and you don't get approached often by my men, I want you to watch this video. So I received this comment on one of my videos. And if you read the comment, it's basically a guy describing his experience with a pretty girl that liked him at his job. This is something that's super common. Intimidation is a huge thing. But intimidation is the main reason why you won't get approached. Obviously, this isn't always the case, but it is a pretty common one. So the key in this is to only give attention to the men that aren't intimidated. I stand by the fact that if it's a problem in the beginning, it will always and continue to be a problem. Sometimes not even the fact that he's not into you, it's the fact that he doesn't think he can have you. That is sometimes a thing that I think pretty girls don't understand. And that's why I make these videos, because it's not you, it's them. Stop putting the blame on yourself and get up, work on yourself, and you will attract the perfect guy, I promise. Follow me for more pretty girls content.
Well, here we go again with the classic, I'm too pretty, so no one approaches me shtick. How many times are we going to hear this tired narrative? It's almost as if modern women have created an exclusive club where they pat each other on the back for being too intimidatingly beautiful. Wake up, ladies. It's not always about how you look. Look, every guy knows the risks of approaching a woman today. Step a toe out of line, and boom, you're branded a creep. And the crazy part? Unless you're specifically her type, you're pretty much doomed with that label. So why would a guy risk it? It's not about being intimidated, it's about not wanting to deal with the aftermath. Instead of basking in the glow of, it's not me, it's them. Perhaps a bit of introspection is in order. But hey, keep deluding yourselves with these pep talks, because the truth? Men aren't scared, they're just tired. This video had endless comments from women such as this one. I've been thinking about this. I don't get approached at all. I know I'm not ugly. I guess men are just insecure, intimidated. Perfect. It's like a support group for those who refuse to see reality. Reality check. Pretty women get approached. All the time. If they're not getting approached, they should consider that maybe, just maybe, their attitude or vibe might be off-putting. But no, let's keep with the narrative that men are just intimidated. It's incredible how modern women feed each other this advice, all but ensuring their trip to single town lasts a lifetime. But sure, go on believing that every man is intimidated. Just don't be surprised when the only affection you're getting is from your collection of cats after you've hit the proverbial wall.
Why no men are actually approaching women in society today when it comes to relationships or dating. And this is going to be a tough pill to swallow, but it's because of how the women interact with men when men try to respectfully approach you and get to know you. These are the types of responses I get from other men in their interactions with women. The number one thing I hear from them is fear of rejection. No surprise there. No one likes to get metaphorically slapped in the face when you're trying to meet a beautiful woman and you're just trying to have a general conversation to see if they want to connect with you. Men think that they're not worthy enough. That because their life seems normal, the women are just disinterested in them. And this is always a good one. We come off looking like a creep just because we want to have a normal conversation. I keep hearing rejection, rejection, rejection. More or less, we just become a bother. And then this one is my favorite of all. Men not feeling like they can live up to the standards of what this individual wants the man to have. I'm not 6 foot. I don't make 6 figures. I don't do this, this, and this. I don't have this IQ. I don't have this kind of job. I don't speak this way. I don't look this way. I don't have the jawline. It's unending. Because society has conditioned women to foster this idea, this environment that leads to all of the singleness and the sole reason why men do not want to be in a relationship today. And let me finish. This isn't just 1 or 2 men. These are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of men stating the same things. How do we fix this?
Well, this video pretty much sums up the minefield that dating has become. Let's get one thing straight. Men aren't just afraid of rejection, alright? It's not just the no we're scared of. It's the demeaning, emasculating, and downright nasty ways some of us get turned down. A simple "I'm not interested" will do, but no, it's always some dramatic show for some. And let's not even get started on the insane standards set by today's society. No six-pack, no six-figure salary. Might as well not even try, right? But even if you do match those superficial requirements, it often feels like you're just renting a spot in her life, not owning it. It's not your girl. It's just your turn, like you're waiting in line for a roller coaster that's bound to come to a screeching halt. These modern dynamics have transformed too many women into seeming like they're for recreational use only. But here's a twist. Not every guy is looking for a short-term ride. Some are looking for a journey, a real connection. So why bother? To risk getting cheated on? Treated like a mere accessory? I swear, loneliness has its perks. At least in loneliness, you find a true, unfiltered version of yourself without the drama. The heart doesn't need extra help to get broken. Let's check some comments. Your grandpa and great-grandpa did a quarter of the work for a woman and got a woman 20 times better than men do today. Unrealistic expectations. That's why I'm at a good point now. I've tried and never succeeded. But at 19, I've spent so much time alone, I now love it and don't feel like I need. What's the point? They've made it clear we aren't good enough. Because I don't want to share with 40 other dudes, or if you get the woman, she has another man on the side. Stay single, kings. Chase money, not girls. The only woman a man really needs. And he put emoji of a hand. We're close to creating the perfect woman. AI, robot body, organic parts that we need. Wink wink, cyborg wife programmed to your specifications.
Your bitch know I been a man. Playing with the rock like I'm Jigga Man. Gotta look a nigga in the eyes when you kill a man. In my loud, everywhere. Scrap.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.